Russia doesn't have the death penalty, and outside of Moscow, nowhere else on earth is this court acknowledged to have any legitimacy. But after a trial lasting a few days and their confessions to being mercenaries, Aiden Aslin and Shaun Pinner were convicted and sentenced to death for terrorism by the so-called Donetsk People's Republic. A Moroccan man, Sadoun Brahim, received the same sentence. The two Britons were members of the Ukrainian Marines. They were captured in the fight to defend Mariupol. In January this year, I travelled to meet them in the frozen trenches near where they were captured. The invasion hadn't started, but it felt like it was getting more likely every day.
We've already had 2 guys injured on my position. So.
Both men knew their fighting for the Ukrainians was controversial, but both could prove they were professional, contracted soldiers, not mercenaries.
Yeah. I'm married a Ukrainian. I've got every much right to be here, and the guys, it's taken me a long time to integrate here. So the guys know I'm not, a war tourist or a war junkie, and I'm with an organised unit, I'm with the government, and I'm with a contracted soldier. Tried to steer away from that sort of volunteer unit and militia.
Shaun, originally from Watford, was a section commander. He'd been living in Ukraine for 4 years. Back then, he couldn't have known how accurate his prediction on this war would be.
If they come across the border, we're outgunned. We haven't got air superiority. We don't have a naval fleet, very strong naval fleet. But Ukrainians fight, so we'll give them a bloody nose, that's for sure. And they're coming close, you know.
Aiden Aslin from Newark was on a 3rd tour with the Marines. He said he considered his life here.
My fiancée is Ukrainian. I've got a house in Ukraine. I'm building a family.
I asked what it was like being in the Ukrainian military.
When I first came, guys were a bit suspicious, why are you here? Are you crazy? But after a while, I assimilated, learned the language. I still speak like a baby when I speak Russian, but I speak enough to get the message across, and also I understand a lot more than I speak. Mm-hmm. So now guys just see me as any other Ukrainian guy.
The convictions have been widely condemned and the hearings dismissed as a show trial. However, it doesn't mean that the Russian-backed separatist state leaders would not carry out the sentence. Neither they or President Putin have shown any concern about consequences for anything in recent times. Stuart, Ramsay, Sky News, Eastern Ukraine.